Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. All right, I'm tripping. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Brandy. Welcome to my channel. Speaking your truth. Speaking your truth. Speaking your truth. I just came on here real quick. I don't even want this video to be that long because I have mommy duties to attend to. But I came on here so I can talk about how spirituality getting on my nerves. That's my shit. That's Pellegrino. That's Pellegrino. Yeah, y'all. So spirituality getting on my nerves. And I ain't going nowhere. I'm not leaving. This is just a rant about how spirituality getting on my nerves. And I'm sure everybody that's on this path go through this time. I even heard my spiritual advisor Will talking about it on a few of his videos, how he be cussing the gods out and this and that. And I do too. Man. I do too. I be like, look, y'all come out here and get me. Well, wherever, come get me. I'm tired of this shit. And then it's like, when you want to be with somebody, it's so many, like, I can't speak for everybody else's journey, but my journey, I'm sure, has to do with a lot of karma and everybody. Why am I saying it? Everybody. But, man, my love life has always been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down for as long as I can remember. But now that I am on this journey, on this path, there are people in the last 6 months who have came in and left. People that I cared about significantly, significant people who I cared about come into my life with the talk. Some of them with a little bit of action, but mostly talk about, what they're going through. And because I'm just this nice person that I am, and because I am connected to my heart center most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, more than 50% I'm connected to my heart center. And if you're somebody that I have been entwined with, and we've exchanged the L word with each other, I surely was tested. And I don't know if I failed the test or I was supposed to go through that to get to a higher point of spirituality, but some of these situations you go into it with the knowing that there can't be anything. There can't be anything. Just things are just too complicated right now, so there can't be anything. But there can always be a rendezvous though. And I think that's funny. And I'm not blaming anyone. I'm a goddamn grown ass woman. I ain't blaming nobody. Both parties talked, both parties agreed, and it was what it was, you understand? But because I was connected to these certain individuals with the L word, those feelings was easy to come into. And when you're in spirituality, you're vulnerable because you want to love everybody, but at the same time, you have to use discernment. But at the same time, discernment can keep you hesitant from loving. So it's confusing as fuck. And that's why spirituality getting on my nerves. Because I know it's part of the journey. Like, I know this. Don't get me. I know it is part of the journey. to to be able to not share your energy with everyone, to be able to discern who's right for you and who's not, who's right for you, who has um your best interest at heart at the time. Like, is it a temporary thing? Is it going to be like, is this going to help you rise spiritually? And that's hard to discern. It's hard. And then I've been on this rabbit hole of connecting more with my intuition, trying to learn how to discern better between my heart and the solar plexus, and where you're supposed to be feeling the feelings that where your intuition come from down here, and your heart too, your heart as well. But I'm finding this hard to do. Oh, I am so finding this hard to do, really. And that's why spirituality getting on my nerves, because I want them to just talk to me, like, be like, look, follow this path, follow this person, abundance, 10 of cups, bam. That's what I want. I don't want to go through the karmics, and I don't want to, or whatever soul, whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't want to go through the temporaries to get to the permanent. Like, but that's a part of the journey. Like, I know, y'all. I know. I've been watching so much goddamn tarot, so much goddamn videos about controlling your instinct, listening to your heart center, getting connected with all that, reading articles, blogs, trying to see other people's opinion about it. I mean, I have the apps on my phone, guys. Like, jeez, I have the freaking apps on my phone. I'm embarrassed to even tell y'all how, I don't want to say desperate, but how, because I'm so afraid to, like, get my heart broke again, and I'm so afraid to let somebody play with me, like, for one person, it's like, I'm having a hard time with it. I'm having a hard time putting all my faith, all of my setting aside, because I'm talking about a person in particular, but just setting aside things in the past and being able to move forward in what I believe is a connection that we both have talked about, how we've manifested this connection. And damn, this shit been hard. Y'all don't even understand. And I ain't doing this one eye shit. I just put my eye on my head right there. Let me stop, because them motherfuckers gonna be like, she done lied. She put her hand over her eye. It was just a gesture. Y'all, I don't know nothing about that shit. Damn it. I'm gonna see if I can edit this shit out. I know somebody on fucking YouTube and fucking Facebook is gonna be like, oh, she said that shit. She put her anyway. This shit has been hard, my nigga. This connection, my cameras keep blurring up. This has been the most test of patience, and I'm a Cap Sag. I have a lot of patience, trust me. But my patience allows me to play until the seriousness of whatever I'm in gets developed, if that makes sense. I don't feel like in this situation that he's being, I just saying 10-10 again on the recorder. And I seen 10-10 in my last, well, it was 37-37 in my last video, which is 10-10. I was talking about synchronicities in my last video. But y'all, I have been, in my mind, trying to figure out if I completed or failed these last tests that I was put through in the last 6 months. If I mean, there is no pass or fail in spirituality because it's still an experience, and because we have free will, I could have chosen not to get involved in some of these situations the way that I did, and maybe that's the lesson I needed to learn. But anyway, this current situation is testing me on levels that I've never been tested before in a relationship or connection. Because we're not in a relationship. I'm single. As far as I know, he is too. But in the past, I was this overly critical with him, assuming with him, doing that shit that I would do, that jealous, that obsessed shit that I would do in relationships with somebody that I'm getting to know that's feeding me. See, this one thing you don't do with a cat, Sage. You don't play with the mental. You don't do that. Because we're already naturally loving and giving. I'll give you the fucking the shirt off my back. We're naturally like that. So if you're going to feed me information, I'm discerning. I'm not really believing a lot of shit. Because I'm just like that. I don't believe a lot of shit people tell me out their mouth anyway. It's actions. Actions always speak louder. I've been saying that for a long time. So feeding me certain shit, okay. I'm listening. Okay, it's unbelievable. It's typical nigga shit. I ain't really believing it. So I'm doing me. Because I'm single. But I'm getting attached to a certain individual. And he's telling me what he wants from me. And I'm just like, okay, I need to clean my act up. Because if I really want this connection, and if I'm going to get this connection the way that I want it, and if I want him to reciprocate, then I need to be serious, I guess. But I'm still skeptical. Communication is iffy. Dating is out, before COVID, dating was iffy. Like, going out was iffy. Especially communication. I'm a big communication person. Very big communication person. You can talk to me about anything. I don't care. I'm not judgmental. But I will discern. Hey. And on the spiritual journey, you can discern, but you can't judge. Because the judgment isn't meant for you. You're supposed to accept everybody for who they are, right? But at the same time, not get taken advantage of. That's why spirituality getting on my nerves. Because it's like, yeah, I want this. I want it bad. But do I want it at this cost? Like, I've never purged so much in my life. This person has made me go inside and heal wounds that I didn't want to, or I forgot about. So, in spirituality, discernment is a big ass thing, because people will know. And he's very highly intuitive. He's very spiritual. He's psychic. He's very intuitive. Ooh, his intuition is on fire. I've never met a man's personally where his intuition was like that, like his is. Like he would call me and know that I'm doing shit and tell me to stop doing what I'm doing. Like, nigga, how you know there's a camera in my room? You put a camera in this bitch. How the fuck you know what I'm watching and what I'm doing? That's another thing. Like, we would be so powerful together. It's out of this world. And so now I'm like, because communication is lax again, and after him making more, suggestions or promises of what he wanted, and he even knew when I was talking to somebody else. He called me like, you sure? You ain't talking to somebody? Like, nigga, how the fuck you know? Like, his question, the way he was questioning him was like he already knew. He wasn't questioning to like that manipulating questioning, that what is it called? That damn, why I can't think of what that shit called right now. Anyway, he ain't do that. He ain't do that type of questioning. My intuition is telling me that it's some other shit that he ain't telling me. But then I'm like, is it because I'm insecure, or because I'm stuck in my head, or that's the hardest part. The hardest part of discerning whether people is really for you or not. Because they say a lot. They even spend time with you. But the ultimate thing is, whether it's short term or not, whether you need to go through this because you need to learn a lesson or an experience with said individuals. I don't know, y'all. What I do know is spirituality getting on my nerves. And I'm grateful. Trust me, I'm grateful for the gods, the goddesses, source, my higher self, ancestors. Grateful. Trust me, I am. It's just hard as fuck. But that's all I want to say about that. I love y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Watch, share. I do reply to my comments, so feel free. Tell me what you think. So if you had your spiritual, I ain't even smoking that much weed, y'all, because it's fucking catnip and mugwort, and then I like sprinkle a little bit on top, a little bit of weed on top, so it's mostly catnip and mugwort. But anyway, spirituality. If spirituality getting on your nerves, let me just say it like that. If spirituality getting on your nerves, tell me what you think and your experience in the comments. Love y'all. Peace.